Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing all right today. I don't know where my co-host is. I'm starting to get worried. He's not even responding to my text, so hopefully we will hear from him shortly. Let's see. Let me just double check on this real quick. Make sure he hasn't messaged me. Who do we have with us today? Anybody there? I see a few people on there with us. No, Olivia is messaging me now. There we go. Okay. Well, welcome to Alabama Strongman. I'm your host, solo host for now, Chuck. Trey hopefully will be joining me later. We do have Tyler Davis joining us today at 7. The daylight savings may have Trey all messed up, but a couple of new things that we can shout out here and give some updates on. One, we have a lot of shows coming up. We'll be live streaming the Olympic City Pro-Am not this coming weekend, but the next weekend out in Colorado. Will be me and about 5 other people will be traveling out there to do that show. We're going to do some new things to the live stream, so make sure you're tuning in. Let us know how you like it. Hopefully it'll be a little step up from previous shows. We got some people jumping in now. I can see the numbers going up. Who do we have with us today? Y'all don't talk to me. It's going to be a short episode today. There we go. Destiny's in the house. On top of, well, there's Manny. Okay, we got some people joining us now. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully Trey will join us later. I don't know what's keeping him at the moment. Hang on. There he is. Hopefully his phone works with him today. I can't have a repeater like last week, Trey. Trey, can you hear us? Oh, man. Well, while he's trying to figure that out, we will, like I said, we'll be live streaming Olympic City Pro-Am. If you're not a member to the channel, consider becoming a member. We're going to try to do some special stuff earlier before the show goes live, some stuff the night before for members only. And then we're going to try to keep growing our fitness level member. We have multiple levels. If you're not a if you're not a member already, we have multiple levels. We got a 99-cent, $4.99, and we have a $19.99 that we are slowly growing and adding stuff to it. We'll be right now, if you are a fitness member level, you have access to weekend passes to my gym in Alabaster. You have Body Evolution in Columbus, Georgia. You've got Battlefield Athletics in Florence, Alabama, and we're working on a couple of other gyms. So that alone, talk $20 $20 a weekend worth of passes. There he is. Okay, I can see his face now.
Well, I tried the laptop. It didn't fucking work.
Man, I was stumbling, struggling, trying to just talk to myself. I hate talking to the camera by myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said, I was trying to do the laptop method. We got to figure this part out so I can use the laptop. I'm going to be in a hotel for a little while.
We'll practice it off camera.
Yeah.
Well, how are you?
Doing okay down here in Panama City, working at the various prisons that I work at.
Well, I was just running through the new membership bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
We've got weekend passes to 3 gyms now, working on a few more. We also have early bird pricing extended. So if you miss the early bird for like Alabama Strongest, if you're a member to our channel at that level, you get the early bird pricing all the way up until the deadline to closes for the show. And that'll extend to F and Strong starting next year because we've already passed that at this point this year. But the Alabama Strong Benefit Show,
Mm-hmm.
Alabama Strongest, Southeast Open and Classic going forward. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the Limit Breaker, but I know if you're a member, you get 2 free tickets to the Limit Breaker going forward.
Well, that'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, we'll have
So
some good competitors at Limit Breaker since I won't be there anymore.
I'm going to try to get it to where you have the urge to come back.
Oh, well, it seems like everybody wants to drop out when I admit it. So maybe he'll have really good athletes if I don't come back.
Well, I'm hoping I have some athletes that just make you want to come back, and then they're going to want to make you feel bad.
Well, that'll be good.
Well, also, we have your show coming up. I mean, the deadline was technically, what, yesterday?
Yes, and I'm going on right now, people. I'm extending it for another 2 days. So please, if you know anybody, if you're on here, go ahead and sign up. And
If you haven't signed up, go ahead.
yes, I think it'll be a great show. We're going to have around 30 people, maybe a little bit more, depending. So that's about just right. It'll run pretty smooth. I hope to have y'all out of there at a decent time.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all know me. I take care of the athletes. So if I have a good pot of money, I'll be giving that out. Plus, of course, it's going to be a badass trophy for the heaviest deadlift for women and men. So it's going to be a good show.
Awesome. Yeah, Santana just signed up for both of our shows last night, I think.
Yeah, she said she regretted that, or she thinks she might regret that.
There's a lot of people who have signed up for both shows. We'll have to rework the schedule next year to give them more than 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I think it's going to be a good April. We're going to have a ton of shows. We're going to be live streaming 4 different ones. So another reason to become a member to the channel because we're going to be throwing a lot more content at you. And
That's right.
I haven't told you this yet, but
Uh-oh.
I have finally figured out how to do scoring overlays. It's not the prettiest, but hey, it puts them in order. But I have to be able to have multiple people helping me. So the shows that I'm running by myself might not do it, but the shows that I have plenty of help, we can actually do, hey, log pressing scoring like we did Limit Breaker. I can do it for every event.
Okay. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you planning to go to Colorado or no?
I cannot go to Colorado. I'm sorry I didn't tell you quite sooner, but I am locked in for the Manatee and all that.
Perfect. All right.
Alabama Strongman and Manatee, all that.
So we've got in April the Pro-Am the first weekend. We've got your show the second weekend. We got the Manatee the third, and then mine the fourth. So I mean, it's going to be a busy month.
Yeah, it's going to be very busy, but I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be some fun.
Now, was there any shows this past weekend that we missed that you know of? Anything off the top of your head?
Not to my knowledge.
Recapping. Okay. I want to start recapping shows when we miss them or we're not there for them in person. Let's see. Who we got in the chat? We've been talking back and forth. Destiny says she's had to pull out of the Manatee.
We're not. Well, she's in our show, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, she's in yours. I don't think she signed up for mine. I have to go back and look. I can't remember. Let's see. Matt Anderson's in here with us.
Yes, sir, Matt. You could have also joined my show, but, I see how it is. No big deal. But, yeah, we'll see you down there.
Who else we got with us today? Nathan or Adam Guy. What's up? Manny. Thought I saw somebody else in here. Maybe not. Pal said it was too light. My show, oh yeah, my show is definitely too light for you. For anybody who's never been to one of my shows or hasn't competed in my show, it's designed more for beginners and people trying to get, knock the rust off. So I don't anticipate anybody failing my events. Um,
No,
Matt
it
said he's
should
on
be
call that week.
it should be treated for a kind of a newbie show for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, it's the only show that I know of because I created it. It has learner division, and it's a step below novice. So
Yes.
it's for people who's never even trained strongman to begin with. They don't even know how to pick up an implement. We have a dedicated coach there to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. But if you have friends or family who just want to get a T-shirt and get a little bit of a feel for the implements, tell them to go sign up for learner. It's only, I think I take $30 off the entry fee to do that. All right. Well, our guest is joined, but he looks like he stepped away from his computer. So, oh, here he is. Are you ready?
Probably trying to find a shirt.
Find a sleeveless
Yeah.
shirt.
I'm trying to sleeve a shirt. All right, go ahead.
All right.
All right.
There he
Go.
is.
Hey
I
guys.
knew it. What's up, man?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
World
Last-
Champion.
Yeah, cut the sleeves off of this one. This
There
one's
you go.
sponsored. Death Before Dishonor. That's one thing that's been going really good for me this year. Is I've gotten some good sponsors this year. So,
I'm actually I'm very glad you keep winning world championships and everything, because I can always say that I got you in one show, so I'll be the under 90 champion.
you sure did. You didn't beat me in all the events though. I beat you on a couple of the events.
Yeah, you got me in the what was it? The fingers. You're too fast.
And we tied on deadlift because it was an 18-inch, and that was it.
That's
went
right.
to 1,000 pounds.
Just put it out there. I beat both of you in the grip.
You did.
Yeah,
I may have come in 11th overall, but I came in third on that event. So.
Me and Tyler had to let you have something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
you're welcome.
I can say I came in second to the world champion at was it Stag Monsters.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, how does it feel to have another world championship under your belt?
Yeah, I got 4 now. I got official strongman games, ultimate strongman, pro strongman league, and now I've won Arnold World Championships. So
Was this your
that's
first
4
Arnold?
4 for the 90 kilogram, and then also I won that World's Strongest Nation team competition. So really got like 5 different world championships if you count that one.
Nice.
They were every one of them are pretty hard. Like the official strongman games, I still would say is probably the most prestigious of all of them, because that one I had to go against like 40 guys from 18 different countries. And but the Arnold, some of the guys that are really good, like Andrew Hanus, he had won the Arnold 3 times. He came in second. Andrew Pepiot had a great show. Me and him were tied going into the last event. So yeah, it wasn't easy. I had to fight for it, you know.
Yeah, you
Well,
threw over what, a
we had-
450 or 475 pound.
It was a 425. I've done a 450 in training, and actually they set the world record at 440 because I don't think that's the record set for our weight class. And so they said, well, if you do over 440, we'll give you an official world record. I did the 425, and then I had won the competition. And my back was hurting from that trap bar deadlift we had to do.
Yes.
And I mean, I was kind of miserable the last day. And so I was happy to get the 425 over. I was looking at that 450, and I'd already won the Arnold World Championship. And I was like, do I want to attempt this and the risk pulling something in my back? And I didn't know if I'd have it because that 425 looked pretty rough. So ended up.
You're planning on doing the stone light record, right?
Yeah, I thought about that too. I was like, man, I got to do this 454 pound stone in 2 weeks. So ended up, I was like, I might save this keg record. I'd like to do the keg record. I might save it though. Save it for later, and I get this stone taken care of. Take care of my back. It'd be better to do a 450 pound keg fresh and just do it as a record breaker event.
Yes.
Rather than having it be the 6th event in a world championship competition with like a back that hurts, you know. So I think I'll do it that way.
Yeah.
Maybe I can.
That
find
is more
that
impressive
event.
if you can do it that way. But
Oh yeah. Maybe I can find that event in the limit record for next year.
and put it first as the first event.
Yeah, max keg load, first event.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
Trey gave us his rundown and experience of the Arnold. It's been a lot of talk about the Arnold overall. What was your experience?
Oh, Tyler and them had a great experience. Shit, they didn't get messed with.
Well,
Yeah, we got to take our time and run the whole
Yeah.
thing late for everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of wanted to see your contrast.
Yeah.
I mean, they did mess up some things. The only thing they messed up with me was, I was hoping to get a 338-pound log press. Like I thought I had that in me, and I went from 318, and then I tried the 338. I thought it was 338. I told them to do 338, but they misloaded it, and it was actually 358. It was like 20 pounds heavier, and I got it. I was like, fuck, man, this is heavy, you know. And it was like I got a little bit dizzy, and I kind of pressed it, and I got it up a little bit to like here, came back down with it, and I'm like, I just don't have that today. And then they came and told me it was 358. And they're like, sorry about that. We'll give you a shot though. And then I tried 338, and they kind of were rushing because we were already late. The show was already running late, and so right after that, I tried the 338, and I didn't get it. But I may have gotten it if that were my third attempt. I didn't have to, because that clean on that 358 took a lot out of me because I was, it was a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm. What's your personal best right now?
For a log press, I think 340. So 338 would have been matched pretty much my personal best. But I'm stronger on log really right now than I ever have been. So I should have had it, and that was the first event.
What did you think of the Slater log? Like, is that how
I
many
liked
times have
it.
you played with a Slater log?
That was the first time I ever done a Slater log. I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was just as easier than most logs I do in World Championship competitions. Sometimes you get a log in World Championship competition that's weird, like the handles are like really wide or something like that, and maybe the width on it. I've had some that are like actually 13 inches or 14 inches, like a little wider, and they're just like things throw you out. Like an axle is always the same. Axle press, is going to be about the same in every competition, but logs can be a lot different. The Slater log I thought was really nice, balanced, and about the right thickness. It cleaned real easy. So I liked it.
Trey, I know you had trouble with it, but did you like it once you got the feel for it?
I didn't really have time to see if I liked it or not, to be honest with you. I couldn't get it up. I wish they would have just let us touch the damn thing. I could have been better prepared, but no, I couldn't clean it. So instantly I was in a fit of rage. So I didn't give a shit from touching it from then on.
It was just
But
black.
I
I
think
don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it felt like, to be honest with you. But the log itself looked cool for competition standard. I just wish that if they're gonna make us do wooden logs for a lot of people that's never touched them, they would let you warm up wooden logs in the back instead of metal logs that rotate completely different.
Yeah,
That's my only thing.
We had a chance. I warmed up on the actual wooden Slater logs. They had them out front, and I warmed up on them. And that was a bit real beneficial.
Well, wonderful.
Trey, they saw the 90 kilograms as the premier division.
Yeah. I mean, they must have, because I went down there Friday and they said they still had them taped up. I went to the rules meeting, and me and Laws and I were sitting back there. Can we go touch the log? And we got, I went down there later. They're still wrapped up. Nobody's allowed to touch them. You might be able to if you come the next morning around 8:30. I'm like, who the fuck's going to come over here at 8:30 in the morning besides people that are going to compete? Yeah. And anyways, I'm glad I didn't, because I had a couple guys that did, and they said they barely got to get in there, if at all. So I'm glad I didn't mess my sleep up and breakfast to go try to rush in there and immediately get pissed off.
Adam said, y'all two redheads make me want to throw my log off a cliff. So, rapid fire question. What's your favorite log?
I like the rogue log, the older style rogue log that has a little tighter cutouts, so you can really rotate with your forearms and really roll that thing up.
The one I have?
Yeah.
Or is it the older?
I think that one might be the one you have, or it might be the version that came out right before the one you have. We have one at AMP. But that one's nice because the cutouts are tighter. You can fit your forearms in and really roll it. The logs that come out with the real big open cutouts, it's always harder to clean those. because your arm sinks way further down this way, so you don't have as much rotation that you can put on it. So the Slater log was kind of tight. I thought it was nice and fair. So I like the Slater log. Actually, it's probably one of my favorite. That or the old Rogue style logs.
What about you, Trey?
Mine's definitely either Pitbull or the Mike Baratos 150-pound log.
Pitbull's
really
good.
got to play
I
with
like
that
Pitbull log too.
It just seems like Pitbulls are just, they were like premier. I mean, I've touched so many logs now, but the Pitbull just rotates, and it feels like, some of them, the weights feel like they're on the exterior of the log, where the weights on the Pitbull feel like it's actually in your hands.
Yeah.
I have to say that's why I think my favorite log is the one that I had built for me from Garrett from West Alabama. I
It didn't make it
PR'd on
very
that thing
long.
so many times. It didn't, but man,
Yeah.
the cutouts were small. The handles were like the perfect width for my shoulders. So unfortunately, it died after Limit Breaker last year.
Yes.
One of the ladies dropped it. Somebody dropped it, and the horn on the side came out.
Yeah. Get rewelded.
Well, so the next event you went into was the deadlift. How did you feel about the deadlift?
Rough.
Yeah, like if it were a standard deadlift, I would have probably won that event. With the trap bar deadlift, I came kind of mid-pack actually. I haven't done trap bar. Like I don't ever do trap bar deadlifts really, and it's a little bit different than a car deadlift. It's not quite the same as a car deadlift either. It's just not a movement that I typically do. So we had the trump bar for me. The heavy one was 750, and I did it twice. And then after the second time of doing it, like my back, I used a lot of my back to get it. And I was like, I got to stop there. And so I was just hoping that was enough points to keep me in the hunt. So
That was me. But, even backstage, they had the Rogue frames that were 16-inch pull, and we're out there doing 12.5, 13-inch on the floor. So
yeah,
it was automatically a little bit different.
that is a critique I would give the Arnold folks or James Diffenball, that it would be nice to have at least one equipment that matches what's out there. Yeah,
Yes.
For deadlift, we didn't. I mean, deadlifts didn't match. Like for instance, the bar on the ones that we lifted on, the kabuki bars, they were they had like tiny handles,
Yes.
tiny handles. But the ones we warmed up on had bigger handles.
Yep.
If you didn't check that, you could get the wrong figure eight straps, and maybe not be as tight as you want on those small handles.
Yep.
So I went out there and checked, made sure I got there on the right handles with my tighter figure eights. There were like different things like that. Yeah, and the log, you didn't have the same log to warm up on. So, of course, we did because we went out actually on the floor and warmed up with it. But it sounded like later ones, like Trey, didn't get to do that. But
Tyler said, "I'm a champion. I do what I want."
No, it was a nightmare situation for all of us because me and Josh Gregory and Mark Sanchez were sitting there. It's like, man, have y'all been told anything? No, we're just going to start when we start. 7:27 is when we actually started. Yeah.
But then you went on for the third event, the yoke run. You won that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I won that one. It's just 750 pounds for 120 feet. The yoke was real similar, really, to my Titan yoke. The Titans are kind of a little bit wider. These are real wide, and that's something I've improved a lot. I have my coach Johnny with Cisco. He's been having me do some real heavy box squats. I've been doing lots of yoke runs in my driveway. I do lots of core work, and my yoke really the last 6 months, I feel like has improved a bunch.
How long did you get to warm up for your yoke?
I didn't warm up at all. Yeah.
We immediately went straight into yoke with hardly any time to rest. Like they didn't even give us any recovery time at all. Couldn't even bite into a like a Rice Krispie or whatever. And so they had the yokes out to the side there. I think I picked up one time at like 700, and that was going to be it. But it was essentially just rush for none of all of it. We're still out of breath on the deadlift, and we're having to do yoke now.
Yeah, my yoke warm up was going and seeing the chiropractor and having him straighten my back out from that trap bar deadlift, and having there's a lady there. She rolled my back out with that heavy weighted roller. rolled my back out good. But you didn't have any like yokes you really could get on and warm up with. Nobody was warming up with yoke.
Yeah.
So the first yoke pick I did was the 750 to run that and win that. But I mean, every once in a while. But for me, it was like, you know, sometimes you get lucky and there's like an event that you just do really good on. It doesn't even feel like you did anything, and that was one of the ones that was a good event for me.
And then from there, y'all went into the sandbag over bar?
Yeah, that's always one of my favorite is picking up sandbags.
Did they change the event for y'all?
I think the bags seemed like the bags may have been closer than.
Yeah, they took away the running with them, and then didn't you only go 30 foot on the yoke, or they still let you go 9 or 60?
Oh yeah, we went the whole 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, they changed that for us and the heavyweight women. It was 60 and 60, or I'm sorry, 30 and 30, and then they put the bags right at the bar.
So why did they shorten it for y'all? Because it seemed like the run.
Well, they shortened it in Porsche's group, so it's after they got done. Yeah, they're trying to save as much time as possible. Obviously, it did not work.
Because, I mean, what was your time for your 120-foot run, Tyler?
I want to say like 27 seconds, something like that, 20-something seconds.
So, I mean, shortening it by 60 feet ain't going to save a ton of time. It just shortened the event itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they were thinking more people would finish and they wouldn't have to, like, reset yokes or something.
Was there a lot of people that didn't finish in your class?
Was there a lot of what? People not finishing?
Was there a lot of people that didn't finish?
I think most people finished. I didn't see them resetting a whole lot of yokes. I think most people.
So that's like my one event that I was like, oh, I could do that. 750? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Trey. Go ahead.
I think it was it was probably the appropriate weight for that distance, and so it came kind of to like how fast can you move with it rather than being like a max yoke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. And when we do chaos in June, that's going to be like, again, it's going to be over a 900-pound yoke, but only be like 40 or 50 feet.
Yeah, because the forge where we all did it together, that one was like 950.
960, I think. Yeah.
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 That was the first time I didn't finish a yoke.
That's still the worst yoke I've ever done.
I felt like I was a slinky for the next week or two.
And that was after
My hip still ain't right.
That was after doing a 1,000-pound deadlift.
Yes, correct.
Or 600, you know. My hip still isn't right from that event. Like I can twist my leg just right and it pops. It was yoke killed me.
Yeah, leave it to Todd to make something that's so medieval and scary.
Yeah.
I messed myself up on that though. I had the height right, and then I got underneath it and I was like, oh, I don't want to hit the tires on the ground. Let me drop it down one hole. That one hole made a huge difference.
Yeah.
But well, tell us about the finals day. So, I mean, we got through all the first 4 events. You had how many? 2 left on the finals day, or 3?
So finals day, you got 2 events left, and they go with the top 6 athletes. So for my weight class, we had 18 athletes. Top 6 make it to finals, and I went into finals with a 2.5-point lead. And then we were supposed to do a hoist lift, and it's like a rope that you pull a weight up, and it's like on a pulley system. But they didn't have something approved for safety, or somebody saw it and said that's not going to be approved for safety. Or
no, there's a whole big ordeal with that.
Yeah.
So they nixed that. And they replaced it with another press event, which was they did kind of a lighter axle, but for reps for 60 seconds. And so like ours is just 265. And I've been working kind of max. I really haven't worked on my like press endurance. I haven't worked on volume much. I think I came in 4th out of let's see. I beat 2 guys and I tied somebody. So maybe like tied for 3rd or 4th on that press event.
That didn't make sense to me because you substituted a pull event for a press event.
Yeah, maybe they should have done some like farmers or something, some kind of grip event. But
so
I ended up blowing my 2.5-point lead, and because of that, because the guy who won it was the guy who was right behind me. Mm-hmm. He won that axle press. That was Andrew Pepiot. And so going into the keg load, I was tied. with Andrew Pepiot. And then Andrew Hanus is only 1 point behind us. So it's almost like a three-way tie. Like whoever could win the keg load was probably going to win the competition. I've been in that situation several times, though. Like I feel like I do better when I get like in a tight situation like that. The year that I won OSG, I was actually in a 5-way tie in first. And whoever's going to win stones, the 5 is going to win. So I feel like I always perform better under pressure anyway. I kind of like this is what you live for, is to be in a tie at the very end and come out on top. So, and I love keg loads. And usually the last event is some type of load in Strongman, and that's my best event. So if I can be in a tie going into the last event, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah,
I know. Me and you had to go head to head at the what was it, Static Monsters at Todd's place. The last event was a keg load for max weight. And everybody was done out of all the classes except for me and you hadn't gone yet. I had gone.
I just waited until y'all finished, and then I did one more jump.
Yeah. Well, I walked over. I said I think it was like 3:08, and I walked over to you and I said, "What are you going to start at?" Because at this point, it's just me and you. Out of like all the super heavyweight, everybody was done, and you're like, "I'll 350." So I said, "Let's load it up, 358." And they let you go first since you hadn't gone. You dropped it, and I was like, "Oh, here's my chance to take one event," and I was confident. And you got it back over the bar in time. I was like, damn it. So I get back up there. I lift it, hit the bar, drop it the same way. And I'm like, son of a – and I just didn't have the energy to get it back up. I was so mad at myself. I was like, I wanted to beat you in one event. Because that fingers for time, I thought I had you, and then you came and got me by 2 reps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think before that event, I had sat down like for several hours waiting for everybody to go, it seemed like. And I was like, I'll just go at the end and do one keg load. And then, I got 358 or whatever it was. I remember I picked it up, and I just from sitting down that long, I think like I didn't lift it high enough for the bar. I was like, I got to do this again, go a little higher.
Yeah, that was the same one. I was about to try to set the state record for log on my third event or my third attempt. You're like, no, try for your second because I'm going to take it. I was like, I appreciate you giving me the heads up. But
I got a certificate somewhere that Todd gave me for a state record for log.
Yeah, that was that show.
Yeah.
Well, Adam said you were very nice because I think he was referring back to when you were talking about the hoist fiasco because either you don't know what really happened or you're just being really nice.
I don't know what really happened. I just heard, that's all I heard was that some safety didn't get approved by safety or something. That's all I know. And that's a hearsay, so take that for what it's worth.
Well, Tyler, Trey, if you want to tell them, we can do that. If not, we'll just move on.
Just real quick, it was James knew when he had the guy, either make it or the guy had it, whichever one, knew the weights allowed for the stages area. And from what they weighed, it was way over that. And James still brought that piece of equipment to the show thinking he can get on the stage. And when the Arnold people went out to see what it was and weigh it, it was way over. So that's when they rushed to get the axles put out there. But yeah, he knew the weights way before, and he still tried to bring it in.
I thought there was an opportunity to do it from the floor, which I think would have been the better option instead of changing.
Yeah, but then they already had it. If they would have done it in the first area, it'd been great. But they already had it slated for the first event to be on one stage, and the second event to be another stage. So it messed up everything.
Yeah.
Well, don't do it on a stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
but I had a great.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say overall, I still had a great experience, and I will say for the weight class athletes, they added that we get pro cards for top 3, and they also did prize money this year. So usually the Arnold was considered an amateur show, the amateur world championships. So
look, Tyler, tell everybody what you're going to spend your winnings on.
Oh shit! I've already spent it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we did get paid this year, and also that's why I was really interested in doing it. But yeah, on the way to the Arnold, I was already I was 11 pounds dehydrated, and I wanted to fit this in because my sponsor Aurora IV, they were going, and I really wanted to help them, like get an athlete there, another athlete there to represent them, and they said they would help me with some travel and all, and so I kind of entered in on short notice, like just 2 weeks before the show. I did no training for it. And then I didn't want to take off much vacation because I got like 4 other world championships I'm doing this year. So I got to like kind of be stingy with my vacation. So I left on a Thursday night so that I would get there late Thursday, and then I'd weigh in Friday morning, make weight, and everything's good. Well, I was like 11 pounds dehydrated. I was doing like my hot baths in my house. And I was already down like 11 pounds. Got to the airport and my flight's delayed. And I don't get to Charlotte for like, I think it's like 2 hours late. I get to Charlotte like at midnight, and nobody's in the airport, like no American Airlines people or any of the customer service desks. And the flight they put me on was going to get me there on Friday, like at midnight, like the next night. I would miss all the weigh-in opportunities. And so I'm like scrambling in the airport, like looking for like, what's my flight going to be? Because the one they gave me on my phone that they updated me to is like not going to work. I'll miss all my weigh-ins. So I was like, well, I'll just rent a car and I'll drive. It's like 7 hours. And then they were like, well, it's a one-way car. It's going to cost you like $1,800. And plus I was going to have to drive. I had like some energy drinks. I was like, well, should I have to get drinking energy drinks? It's going to ruin my weight. And I'm like dehydrated, that's not thinking right. And then, so I ended up buying a limo service. It's like, I spent like $2,100 for,
Oh my God.
I spent $2,100 for a dude to pick me up in a really nice Yukon. It was like real fancy. I could have fit like 6 more people in this. And I just laid back and went to sleep. And he drove me the 7 hours from Charlotte all the way to Columbus, Ohio. And I got there like at 7. I got my hotel. Hotel didn't have a bathtub. I thought it did. I had to like do aerobics in the shower, like a hot shower. I had to lose 2 more pounds. And then I lost the 2 pounds, and then I made weight like around 10 o'clock. So just about an hour later than opening of weigh-in. So
it got around supper time, and I texted him because he stayed in the same hotel we were in. And he was like, yeah, I'm up here doing aerobics in the hot bath in the shower. He's like, I'm pretty sure I used up every bit of hot water on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could take a shower and Trey's shower because the 3rd floor, I ran out of hot water. So then I was like, yeah, I'm like dehydrated, not feeling good. The shower ran out of hot water. So then I went to actually put on sweaters and stuff and went to the gym and did the elliptical machine for 30 minutes and lost the last pound.
Go.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
I had to keep telling myself I'm a professional.
Tyler Posey in the comments said that's world champ dedication right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Man.
I was like, I can't limo service. I'm not going to find the most in dehydrated state. Like I'm not going to probably pick the best, cheapest route to get there and like the one that would work. But I just made it work. I paid extra probably. I don't know if I did the perfect weight cut, but I didn't stress. Like people were like, "How are you not stressed right now?" I was like, I'm just trying to problem solve and just get it done.
When you said you rented a limo service, I could just picture you pulling up to the Arnold in a limo.
Full
stretch.
It'd been better if it were a limo. It was just it was a really big, like nice Yukon SUV, but
that's hilarious.
It had all the buttons. There were no poverty buttons, It was all the features.
You didn't have to crank the window.
Not cranking the window. It had the buttons.
Yeah. Well, I have to ask this because I'm petty. Should the athletes that pulled out from the limit breaker just for the Arnold, should they have done that?
Well, and I wasn't planning on doing the Arnold when I did the limit breaker, so I could see it going either way. If it took you 6 years to get qualified for the Arnold, and you finally qualified for the Arnold, that was your dream to get there and go do the Arnold, I could understand not wanting to risk injury. But your competition, you had a lot of events where I feel like it kind of prepared me for the Arnold, even though I wasn't even planning on doing the Arnold at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what I was wondering.
You had a max log, and then you had the keg loads. Yeah, and a yoke. Like, so it was really kind of a nice precursor to the Arnold anyway. I could see it really either way. Like, some coaches may suggest, don't do the limit breaker because we don't want to get risk injury. And then some coaches may be like, that would be a nice prep for your Arnold, but
I just
I,
I
I,
like
can-
picking because
I wouldn't judge someone either way, I guess.
I was just picking because Trey had such a bad experience. I'm like, you didn't have that experience in mind.
No, I did both. I mean, Waz said, "Well, use your show since it's so pretty much the same as a events day," and it was just funny that you had so many people drop out that wasn't even doing the Arnold now that we know they dropped out. They're doing another show that's another 2-3 weeks away.
Which I can't wait to go and see.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like I have my best showings when I do have a couple competitions like back to back,
Mm-hmm.
because I do everything to peak for this one show, and then after I do that show, it's like I rest, my body recuperates, but like I'm still almost at like that same strength level, and like I really am kind of ready to roll into another big show. Like the year that I won OSG, I just felt super strong at OSG that year. Like I did better on a lot of the lifts I did better than I usually do in the gym. And I had just done Ultimate, and I had gone to Paris and won Ultimate. And then within like 3 or 4 weeks, I did OSG. And I won both of those shows, So like you can roll into like a show. I've done that a few times. I mean, probably wouldn't do like more than 2 of them like that, but
Yeah. Well, what's your next big show?
so I'm doing a stone record, March 23rd. Will Development. He made a 454-pound stone for me. He just finished it today.
Is that Sunday or Saturday?
So I'm gonna do it on a Sunday.
Okay.
It's the Southeast Heritage Games, and it's in Tallahassee, Florida, and they got lots of cool historical strength events for different cultures. And they want to have some people come and break some world records. I think Andrew Clayton's going to break the heavyweight block record.
Okay.
Which is like 360 or 70 pounds. I don't know. I'm not sure what the heavyweight block press record is. It's a lot. He's going to break that, and then I'm going to try to break the 90 kilograms Atlas Stone record. Doing a 454 stone, and it's over about a 48-inch bar.
Well, I was going to surprise you then, but never mind. My plan was, since I'm live streaming the Olympic City Pro-Am and we're going to have moments of downtime in between, I was going to cut to the live stream of the Highlands because I think they're going to be live streaming it and do kind of like, halftime broadcasting. I was going to try to catch your stone load, but if you're not doing it on Saturday, I can't do it now.
Oh man! Well, I kind of wanted to. He asked. He said I could do Saturday or Sunday, and I figured I'd give myself one more extra day of. And plus, I might be able to work on Friday. So you can say I'm trying to really plan out my. I'm going to screw myself up and have to get another limo ride.
Don't do that.
The limo ride to Tallahassee.
I don't know if you're going to get the prize money to cover that this time. I don't know how much he's going to pay.
I think the city of Tallahassee, that they're going to help. They're going to pay for my hotel and everything. So I have my travel covered. So
that's awesome.
I don't think I get any prize money for breaking the record. It's just pride, I guess.
But. Tyler Haynes said 415 is the super heavyweight block press world record. Is he doing a weight class or is Clay?
So he's doing the I think he's doing like the heavyweight world record, the open world record. So it must be over 415 then.
Adam said Christian Suggs is going for the American teen axle. I thought he already had all the freaking press records.
He has the
How long is this kid going to be a teen? That's all I'm asking. He's been a teen for like 15 years. Yeah.
I thought he was 20.
He's damn sure big enough to be a full-size lineman at 25, 26 years old.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
I legit thought he was 20 this year.
No, it's still 19, repping the teens. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so I got to answer the rest of your question. I'm going to do that stone record March 23rd, and then June is Chaos. That's the heaviest 90 kilogram show, and they'll do the 90 kilogram men and 64 kilogram women on the same day, and that's like the heaviest show for the weight class. Those two weight classes there is in the world. Like,
Well, I was just about to ask that question, so you answered it. I was gonna say, what's the heaviest show you've done? So it's the Chaos.
Chaos is the heaviest world championship, yeah. Because the yoke's over 900. You know, they like if the sandbags or stones, or they're going to be. Well, sandbags are like I think it was like 350. I mean, the stones are going to be probably close to 400. They're going to have farmers that are like I think it's like 350 a hand, something like that. I mean, it is pretty heavy. And then of course we're going to do a max log press. So there'll be a max in there. There's some deadlifts, and the deadlifts are heavy. It's all heavy.
Well, I got to ask you, is anybody going to be wearing a dress after this show?
I haven't made any. I haven't made any wagers yet. I kind of teased that out there, though. I don't think Derek said he's not doing it.
Yeah, I know he's not. He just got his butt kicked again.
I was about to say, if he is, you should make him wear the cheerleading outfit.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
did you see that? He said he wanted me to do it. But it's funny, he didn't even mention somebody to do the stone run, you know, as a dream team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He could at least pick me as a stone run person, but no, he said that'd be the cheerleader.
He's mad at you for beating him.
Maybe. Hurt his feelings.
Well, give us your dream team.
Oh, for which my weight class?
Yeah.
90 kilogram. I would pick me for stone run now. Like if we're doing like a competition like OSG where you got all the traditional stuff. I would pick myself for the stone run. Actually, for the press event, Derek's really good at press, but there's a guy, Victor Lingman, who is probably even better now at the press. I'll probably pick him for press. The sandbag throws, I would pick Derek for sandbag throws. He beat me by 1 second, and I really couldn't have been any faster. I'd executed just like I did at the gym, and he still beat me by a second. He's really good at those. I'll give him that. Then I don't know, for grip, Dan Benson has amazing grip. If it's some type of like that damn hold where we had to hold the breaking ball, he destroyed everybody on that. Lancaster would be a good one if it's for yoke carry. Also, the young guy that won OSG last year, Philippe.
Ask about him.
Yeah, he's well rounded now. Like he's fixed a lot of his static strength issues, and he's always been pretty good at moving stuff. He's a good yoke runner too. For deadlift, I'd pick Dan Benson. If it's deadlift ladder, yeah, Nick O'Hare's good at deadlift ladders. I don't know what Nick O'Hare's competing much, so I gotta see I haven't checked in with him. You know, he's getting older. He's like 41 now, so.
All right, well, let's do this then. If you're going in blind, you don't know the events, you got to pick 4 other athletes to take with you in your class. Who you're for?
I would probably pick the young guy Philippe because he's excellent. I'd want to be on the team, and I would pick. Well, and I'd like to pick Andrew Hanus. He just retired though, so I can't pick Andrew Hanus. I want to pick Victor Lingman. Right. I think he's actually really well rounded now, and he can really help on the press events because I know there's going to be a press event.
2 more.
And I need to get 2 more.
Yeah, that's you and 2 others, and then you need 2 more.
Damn. I guess I'll put Derek on there, but I'd have to definitely choose the event he did. It couldn't be a grip event or a yoke event because he would bomb those. But he's got some other good events. Man,
Last one.
One more. Let me do one more. How about we do Jacob because I'll make him wear a dress after.
I thought when you said Jay, I thought you were gonna say John Hack or something.
Jacob McBride. John Hack. I don't know if John Hack takes it seriously. He has a lot of potential. I mean, that would be your deadlifter right there, of course.
Yeah.
Uh,
Trey, what about you? If you had to pick a team for you to run in out of the
And
people
the
you've competed
heavyweight,
with?
like super
Yeah.
heavyweight.
Yeah, out of the
Ooh,
people you've competed with, not like world level. So,
oh, I know. Yeah. Ooh, that's hard.
like this week, think about the Arnold, who you competed with.
I would take Josh Gregory, 100%. I would take Big Zach for pressing.
Okay.
Deadlift man would definitely be Mark Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
I
You got
think he
one
did
more.
900 for like 7.
He's a beast on deadlift.
Yeah, he's a freaking machine. What, I got 2 more?
One more. You're one of them. You get your team. Who you're taking.
Okay, so I guess my last pick would probably be. Ooh, that's hard.
I was waiting for it in the
Probably
comment section.
somebody look for a comment section. I
Bobby
can't.
Thompson.
He would no, hell no.
I was
Probably
waiting for it.
somebody like Hatfield or somebody like that. Somebody's really well rounded, almost to the next level.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. I was waiting when I asked you the question. I was just waiting for somebody in the comment section. Stan, thank you for coming through. I appreciate that.
I wouldn't choose him for anything.
Pressing.
Nothing.
Come on.
No,
gotta
I
give
wouldn't choose him for nothing. I wouldn't give him the glory of that. No. I look, Strongman Zach, he did 458. And if it wasn't such a screwed up, because everybody's meals were messed up, everybody's medicine as far as ibuprofen and stuff like that were messed up. If it went on like normal, he was set to hit 480, close to that.
Jeez.
So I would definitely pick him right now over Bobby Thompson.
All right. Well, last question. Who's going to be y'all's cheerleader? Can't be somebody on the team, so somebody else.
hey, I got my girlfriend Megan Lotta now. So hey, she was in New Zealand and she really wanted to be at the Arnold, of course. I think she would have a good shot of winning her weight class, 64 kilogram. But she at least wanted to be there to support me, she said. But she was in New Zealand and she was waking up at like 4 a.m. to watch me compete. And she was actually messaging like people that were around me to like bring me snacks and stuff. And she was just like being super supportive. Yeah, she was being
She
super
likes you. I wouldn't wake up at 4 a.m. to watch you. I'm sorry.
I know. I was like, this girl really likes me. It meant a lot to me. So,
That's awesome.
yeah,
You
so
see-
she's my cheerleader.
You see Charles's response. If I had that team, I had to put Peacock on that team.
Bobby, Luke, Evan, and Trey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh shit.
Well, now I was trying to get a good, funny soundbite. I was waiting for you to say Derek was your cheerleader, but you put him on your team. So
I wouldn't want him in as a cheerleader. Yeah, I get enough of his ass just having to deal with him walking around talking smack.
Oh, he was doing that during the rules meeting and everything else, walking around. I was like, good Lord. Who was the tattooed up little guy that was lifting with you?
The one he won the 80 kilogram class or what?
No, he was with you competing, all tatted up, and he had some face tattoos.
He probably looked like he was competing in my class because
Oh,
he's
he's an 80.
90, but he was probably the 80 kilogram champion. That
Yeah.
is Cody. Cody his handle is actually world's strongest tattooer. He's a tattoo. He's actually a tattoo artist. Yeah.
He was my. But there was a couple others in the rules meeting. There was some stupid questions. Good God Almighty! Somebody asked if they could walk the log, 30 feet from the platform. Would it be okay?
oh my God.
And Cold Iron was like, "Are you fucking serious? This is your first ever competition? Like what the?" But the tattoo guy I was talking about was the one that kept doing the shushing and come on guys like that. And I was like, man, I just want to throw you in a trash can. Just shut up.
Oh,
Yes.
That was a very, very long for no reason rules meeting that we got stuck on the log press for some reason.
I'll be honest, I didn't attend the rules meeting. I walked in there and it was so hot and stuffy. I just turned around and walked out. I didn't go to the rules meeting. I was like, I'm not sitting in this hot, stuffy room.
It was hot. I had a chair up next to me in case you came in.
I appreciate that, but I didn't want to be in there.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. The guy next to me was like, "Man, because somebody kept asking. I think the question was asked, can you wear your belt or neoprene belt, and of course your lifting belt on top of it?" And of course they kept saying, "Hey, turn it to the side for the log." That question got asked in different ways about 8 times. So the guy next to me was like, "Hey, they were talking about at the end the chiropractors." And he was wanting me to ask, can we wear our lifting belt for the chiropractor table as well, to mess with them. But it was long. It was long for no reason. The log press, there was like 30 questions just for it. And then, and then we finally got out of there, but it was pretty rough. But yes, it was hot. There was probably 80, 90 people in that one room.
Yeah, it was tight. So I'm glad
So
I was like, I'm not going to hear anything, that I haven't heard before. I'm sure it's just the events are pretty standard. I was like, it's more important for me to go get something to eat.
well, the rules meeting now was funny. We went over the whole damn thing, and then nothing really happened as far as for me what they said.
Yeah.
So was the dumbest
Yeah, they didn't stick to shit.
Yeah.
was the dumbest question the walking 30 feet?
No, that was another one that was pretty stupid. I can't remember right now. Olivia, if she's in here, she can probably remember. But there was one that everybody in the room was like, "What the fuck?" But the log press was pretty bad. I mean, everybody turned around and looked at this guy.
Yeah.
If you're walking 30 feet with a log, you need to set that thing down.
Well, Tomas was in there. He's the one getting all the questions. And the guy was like, "Hey, if I come off the platform, do I still get a lift?" He's like, "Well, explain to me what you're talking about." We said, "Well, the other day I got a log press that I wound up walking almost 30 feet from where I was, and I had to walk it back. Does that still count?" And a split second later, Cold Iron was like, "Was your fucking first event? Like, what the fuck?" I know that I could let you do
I could
that.
just imagine Damien chasing him around to give the down call.
Yeah. I mean, he'd have been behind back there where we're warming up by the time he walked 30 feet.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comment section is referencing SpongeBob. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
That's pretty essentially what it was. It was pretty rough.
Oh man. Well, we're up on an hour. Is there anything else that y'all want to talk about or shout out?
Tyler, you're not going to do the forwards this year?
No, it'd be fun to go up there and just be there, but I won't compete in it because I got Chaos in early June, and then I'm gonna do America's Strongest Man. I'm gonna do that this year. They're offering like $5,000 to win for my weight class.
Yeah, I heard. Yep.
And then I'm gonna do Pro Strongman League in Roanoke, Virginia. That's in September.
See, I've got PSL in August, and that's in Texas.
Yeah. You doing the 125 kilogram?
Yeah. I got to cut like 10 pounds, which won't be that bad.
That's nothing. Yeah, you got that.
But they got some big hitters coming out there. They got Kevin Fairs will be there doing that, so that'll be nice to compete against him.
You got some top 105 guys coming up too.
Yes.
I think like Nick Hine, I think I saw was going to do it.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, you got some good littler guys. A little bit for y'all.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Me, a little for y'all.
Tyler Posey said Tyler's going to take a private plane to America's Strongest.
Yeah, I might get a private jet.
There you go.
Let's see. And then I'm doing OSG. OSG, I'm hearing might be in November before Thanksgiving, actually.
I've heard that. Yeah, the online qualifiers are in July around that time.
Yeah. So I got 3 more World Championships and then America's Strongest Man. So I got 4 big competitions. So yeah, I won't do the Forge. I'll be focused on those. I gotta get this record out of the way in a couple weeks. That's my plans for the year.
All right.
Gotcha.
Well, real quick before we jump off here, a reminder to everybody, if you upgrade to the fitness member level of the membership, you do get day passes or weekend passes to like 3 different gyms. You get a ton of discounts on shows, my show, Alabama Strongest, Southeastern competitions, a lot of others. We're growing that. Thank you, Tyler, for jumping on. Trey, appreciate you as always. And
I got one last question for Tyler. So Are you still thinking about doing a strong crew show?
Yeah, actually, Megan and I want to do one like together. Like we want to promote one together and have like some kind of strong crew show again. I gotta figure out which month we should do it. And do I want to team up again with USS to make it like a USS Pro show? At least give some extra levels after. I think that's always good to get as much benefit like that. Or I want to see like what do I have to do to make it like a pro-am? Like what would I have to do to actually have it be a pro-am where you could get a pro card or something? Like that'd be cool. Like does it have to be, what are the requirements for that? Like to make it a platinum plus level where maybe just the winner gets a pro card. Could you do that somehow?
I can talk to Willie and find out, since now me and Slater do the USS stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm interested in doing that again. I don't know how many classes I'd want to do. I'd want to do at least one men and one women's class, and probably maybe in the fall, it's kind of the opposite end, or good distance from limit breakers anyway, because you already offer something kind of like that.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, that's on the on the back burner. I'm thinking about it anyway.
Well, as soon as you get posted, I'll be signing up because that was my favorite show I think I've ever done. I met Bubba Sorensen at that show, so it always hit hard at the strong crew.
Yeah, good. I'm happy to hear you say that.
All right. Well, thank y'all again for joining. If y'all haven't already, go hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see y'all next week.
All right.
Yeah.